What's up, everyone? I'm here again. It's been like 2 weeks, I think, or like probably 2 weeks since did the last video or something like that. I think almost 2 weeks. I think I'll take that back. I think it was almost 2 weeks. Well, I'm here with another video. Today, I'm just going to talk about Seraph the End, which I've been wanting to do ever since July, and it's in the description down below. And for Seraph the End, I've been I saw it. I rewatched it back a month ago or something like that, and I rewatched. Actually, I rewatched it to talk about it, and I'm just gonna and actually to get this out of the way, I'm just gonna explain what I'm gonna do in the next video, which will be 3 days from now, not 4 days from now. Uh, I'm gonna do channel update 7, and there's a lot of stuff to talk about in the video. Like I'm going to do like what to say for videos, what to say for any type of subject I like talk about in the video, and some other stuff that I want to do in the future and stuff like that. So I just want to explain it there before I move on. That's all I have to say. Now moving on to Seraph the End. It all begins when this pandemic breaks out. A lot of people are dying and stuff like that. Then the vampires came, and they just went to every door and stuff to look for children that are like under the age of 13. They're basically like 10, 9, 11, 12, or something like that in that age, and they collect the kids, and they just take them away to their base. And one of the kids are Yui, Mika, and the other children that are with them. Then, like, I think it's 4 years later or something, they're like 12 or 11, because they were like 10 and 9 when they got them. It was like 4 years later, they're at the vampire base. They don't like they don't like the place. They wanted to get out of the place and stuff like that. Yui hates, especially Yui, because he hates the place. He just wants to leave. He just wants to go to the outside world and to see, for be around humans again. Then after that, these vampires came, and they stepped on the kids' fingers when they were like drawing something. These two vampires did, and this guy with the white hair. I don't know. He had white hair. I'll look it up and stuff like that. Got his name. I used to just to know his name. Now I don't know more. I'll just look it up. Oh, his name is Ferd. His name Ferd. That's his name. His name is Ferd. And what happened is that you got him fighting the vampires, and Mika sorted it all out, and Mika sorted it all out. But before that, he picked up Yui. The vampire picked up Yui and almost threw him off the edge. And Mika had to sort it all out and saying they were sorry. They were sorry for doing that stuff to them. and they went their own way. And Yui said he had it, but I was saying that you were about to get killed for the most part, so well, at least you had help and stuff like that. Anyways, they put they put actually later on they were talking and stuff about leaving, planning out to go to leave and stuff like that. And why I keep waving is because there's so many gnats on the porch. I don't want them to be in front of me, so that's why I keep waving and stuff. Actually, my mother sprayed on this porch yesterday, and there's still gnats. Probably if I spray at the spots where they are, which are mostly here, or mostly probably right over here and stuff like that, where the blue box is, I'll probably get them all. I'll probably do that the time ahead. So, anyways, getting back to the subject, they were talking. They were saying how to get out the place. So they planned something with the kids, and they snuck in the sewers, and they were watching out for no vampires that could come their way. But one vampire did come their way, but they hid somewhere. Then they continue on planning getting out of the place and stuff like that. And then then after that, they end up going. They ended up going to this huge place, and it was a opening. It was a huge opening, and I was thinking like I have a bad feeling about this. I have a really bad feeling about it, and stuff like that. And so they went in the middle of the huge place. Then Frederick Ferd came out of nowhere, and he killed all the children, and he killed Mika. It made it seem like he did, but he didn't kill Mika. So Yui thinks he was dead, and he runs out of the place. He was able to leave and went to on the other side. Then it was just snowy and abandoned place where he was, and these people collect him, and the leader of the group name was Guren. And he took him away, and Yui said he wants to get revenge on the vampires of what he did to his family, and they will allow him to train to kill vampires, because that's all he wanted to do. Episode 2. 4 years later, it takes place. He's 16 now. He's going to school life, learning and stuff, being yelled at by the teacher. And there was this purple hair girl who was talking to him about like staying good in class and stuff, but he doesn't. He just like he just did what he wanted to do and stuff like that. They were going about to pull him out, but he acted good. Then oh wait, before I forgot, before that scene happened, there was a fight in the abandoned city and stuff like that. There was like these fight between these monsters called the Four Horsemen of John, which is a strange name. Because when I first heard that name, it just caught me off guard because it sounds like a weird name. It don't fit these monsters at all. So I have no idea where these four horsemen of John even come from at first, but later, and I'll explain later on how what I think the four horsemen of John was created from. I'll get to that later. Well, the rest of episode 2 was a pretty good episode. Just meeting, just introducing the new characters and stuff, and all of that. I keep forgetting. Probably because there's so much. There's so much stuff about it. Let me go to this again. See what really happened. Oh wait, there were like bullies. There were bullies. Sorry for doing that. There were like bullies who were teasing them. He beats them up and stuff like that. They were teasing this kid. He was a brown hair, but I forgot his name. That's what I do for half of the animes I look at. But a few times I remembered their names and stuff. And then there was an attack on the school. A vampire broke out of custody and started to tear up stuff. So Yui goes to battle it, and he saved one of the bullies that were there with this girl, or I don't even think it was the bullies. Oh, it wasn't. It was another guy. And then he goes, saves her, and he battles the vampire, and then he ended up killing the vampire. Oh wait, Gurren ended up killing the vampire. He showed up to save him. Then then after that, then then after that, episode 3. In episode 3 came. In the episode, there was I think I got him. I think I got the net. I don't know, because they keep flying over here. They pretty much like go through this door or something. It's a forbidden door. No one can cross it, but they cross it. The bullies cross it anyway. And one of them went inside. He couldn't come out, so they ran to the other kids. They ran to Yui and the purple hair girl and the brown hair boy, and they said one of their friends went in there and it didn't walk out. So they went in there and stuff. So, and he was completely controlled by the demon. And I knew that was going to happen, because they said in the episode that he may be controlled by the demon, probably already taken over him, which I knew that was going to happen anyway. It can easily control him, because the demons in this feed on your revenge and dark stuff that you had in your heart. So they easily can take control of you. Then after that, After that, they battle the kid. They battle one of the bullies, and uh, and it took it. It didn't take control of him no more. He was snapped out of it. Then episode 4, they went. They want to have. They want to like have the power of the demons and stuff. So they went to this place to get the powers of the demons. Garen showed them, and they're in these swords. And for order to get the powers they needed, they had to go to sleep to get and go to their realm to get the powers they needed. And so they knocked themselves out, and they went to their realm, and they had to like talk to the demons and stuff like that, to make sure they don't get controlled easily, like the other guy did. And the pink hair guy the and Yui did well, but for the brown hair kid, his it didn't go well for him because he was too scared. He was way too scared, and the demon easily took control of him because all that guy wanted to do was hide for the most part. He didn't want to fight, but he had to. But and I said in the episode he had to learn how to do that. Right? You can't be hiding. You gotta stand up and fight. And then the demon took control of him. They had to battle the brown hair guy for some time. Then he easily snapped out of it. And then 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 he came back to his senses. Then in episode 4, the vampires gather all together and they want to take out the Moon Demon Company. Then episode 5 came. In episode 5, in episode 5, they they're the pink hair kid and Yui got into it and stuff like that. And then they just fight each other in the classroom. Gurren had to break it up. They had to punch him through a wall and stuff like that. And it's always, every time in anime, it always happens like that. In reality, that one, in reality, that would leave a mark. That would leave a mark and stuff like that. But in anime, they just make it common for that to happen. What else? Then after that, and to get this out, to talk about this, the purple hair, when I saw the purple hair girl throughout this whole anime, I feel like she was a troll the whole time. She was just trolling for the most part. when episode 6 came, which is a good episode, then then they go to the abandoned city to battle, and all was just action packed, slashing vampires and killing vampires and stuff like that. It was pretty good. And there was this little girl, and they had to save this little girl from the vampires. But they found out later on they were just using the little girl, or the little girl. Then after that, something happened. The girl was just using them the whole time. Then then episode 8. In episode 8, it's just nothing but action. It's still in an abandoned city, battling the vampires and stuff. They were just still battling the vampires and stuff. Actually, from episode 7 to episode 12, it was nothing but action packed, just in the abandoned city for the most part. They're just battling the vampires, time and time again. Just then there was Yui just communicating with his demon when he was asleep, and pink haired guy wouldn't communicate with his demon when he was asleep. Then after that, then Mika shows up. Actually, in episode 3, Mika shows up. Forgot to mention that. And then, as Mika character constantly showed up, I started to like his character. I think I like. Not actually, I don't like his character more than you. I just like his character, Mika's character, for the most part. He was like a badass character. And then after that, they met this yellow hair girl in episode 9 or 8, and she pretty much didn't want to join them and stuff like that, but she ended up joining them anyway because Gurren told them to. Then after that, it dives down into her past that she let someone die on accident because she wanted to do something. Then she got her comrades killed in battle. Then she vowed not to do that again. And Mika and the vampires went more into the abandoned city, but for Mika's agenda, all he wanted to see is you again. That's all he wanted. And what the vampires did in episode 9 or 8, actually back in episode 6, they were saving the humans, which they called them livestock. And when I hear them, and I was thinking in some of the episodes, I felt like they could kill the humans at any time they want to. It's like they don't care about the human. They don't care about the humans because all they see them is livestock. Like they could easily kill the kids if they want to, because all they see them is livestock. Then episode 12 came, Mika and you meet, and there was a lot of stuff happen. They told him to do this, Yui to do this, and stuff like that, but he couldn't. And Mika couldn't do that either because they didn't see each other in years and stuff like that. Then Mika took Yui away and took him to this gas station. Then the, then there was a and they started to tell Yui that and tell Yui this. Then he just wins. He flipped out. Then the demon took control of him, and he became rage mode for like 4 or 5 minutes. And then after that, there were the vampires were battling him. Then then Gurren said he'll settle down. I think he'll go back to himself soon. More like that. And then the purple hair girl was trying to get him back to his senses, but eventually he did because he was about to kill her. Then episode 13. Episode 13 was there was they were back in the Moon Demon Company base and stuff. And the Moon Demon Company base is basically where all the got where everyone's at. And it's the only place. It's the only place in this anime where everyone's at and stuff. And then I was just checking myself for a moment there. And then move on. Then after that, episode 13, they were at the base. Then Gurren. Then they just talked to Gurren and stuff like that. And what they were doing, and what they gave you. She was the purple hair girl was concerned what they gave you. Then he doesn't. Then he said he doesn't want to talk about it. Then he eventually just talks about it. But it took him time though. Then this guy comes in, and he wanted Yui because he think he was a boss sent from the vampires and stuff. So he captured his friends, and there was a conversation like, say this, like, say you're not this, and we'll trust you. Then he didn't want to do it. Then they pain. So they pained his friends, but eventually he did it, and his friends were saved. Episode like 14 and 15. They were pretty good episodes and stuff. Episode 16, they talked about. I think they talk about it's going on 29 minutes. They talked about Krill, which is the girl with the pink hair vampire, and Krill and Mika. Mika wanted some blood because he was thirsty for blood, so he let her have her blood. Then talked to him about use fate and said it in his ear, and we couldn't hear anything. Same from the stuff I saw years ago. Same stuff I saw years ago. But there were like some and half scenes I didn't remember from Seraph the End. Then after that, episode 17 came. They were back. Let me check. they're back, pretty much uh, back on the battlefield, fighting the vampires and stuff. And Mika is still looking for you again. And the Doom Demon Company's back on the battlefield, like battling the vampires. And what you now wants to look for is Mika, so we can see him again. Then they battle these elder vampires and stuff. Then and they kill them pretty for the most part. And then after that, they go to kill other vampires. It's basically killing vampires. Mika searching for you, and you searching for Mika, so they can see each other again. And I know both of them are gay and stuff. It's because there's Yaoi in this. I mean Yoi in this, like gay stuff and, and stuff like that. And what else? Episode episode 7, episode 18, pretty much a good episode, and 19. Then episode 20, same. Episode 21, this is where there was just vampire battles and stuff like that. And at this point, they're battling the vampires. They see Mika again. They battle him. Then they protect him from the other Moon Deeping Company. And and just and the guy who took Yui, he started to do some dark experiment stuff, like turning dark secret stuff behind Gurren's back, and everyone's back at the academy, like doing some experiments and stuff, and all that. A lot of stuff going down. Then episode 21, Yui and Mika meet again. They met again, but they were at an abandoned store somewhere. And before that, Mika was trying to suck the kid's blood because he was thirsty for it. He didn't have no blood samples with him that he's drink out of because all of that was gone. So he's very thirsty. Then then after that, you woke up and he saw Mika, and they were just talking to each other and all of that. Then eventually, they were just having their sad moments and stuff. Then they just got out the store and went to the military and just walked to the military base. Episode 22. Episode 22, everyone was just hanging at the military was going to the military base because the guy who interrogated took you to interrogate him uh, wants everyone to be there and stuff like that. And Gurren, he was captured by the vampires, and they were just torturing him time and time again. Then, then after that, what else? What else? They episode 23. Pretty much, they were in the bands. The Moon Dean was coming to the airport, and they have like this box of subject inside there, and they had this girl in there and stuff, which was the pink hair boy's sister. And I was thinking like he's gonna flip out when he finds out. He'll be pissed off when he finds out about it. But I didn't remember that scene when the first time I watched it back in 2015. Because I saw this anime back in October of 2015. Or June. Then episode 24. A lot of stuff happened in episode 24. The Moon Demon Company but the Moon Demon Company betrays the other Demon Company people. Then after that, this girl, his sister, came out. Then there was this demon that came out of her. Then, and it looked like almost like the four horsemen of John, but it was like Apollyon or something. It was like Apollyon. It said that. Then there was just battle sequences and stuff. Then the vampires came. Then they had to kill them. Then after that, Gurren came, and at this point, Gurren turned to his demon side because before all that happened, he was constantly stumped on and stuff, beaten up. Then he cracked. The demon just took over him, and he just started to kill vampires and stuff. Then he's went after Yui and Mika and his other friends. So they were just killing each other. They battled. So Yu had to unlock his demon power to battle Apollyon. He eventually defeats it. Then they retreat to another part of Tokyo somewhere. And 4 months later, and actually missed this part out. They killed Krill. The vampire killed Krill. And he said she was a traitor to everyone. Then after that, 4 months later, the Moon Demon Company were building something, and the vampires were planning. Yui and Mika and the pink hair girl and the brown hair boy and the purple hair girl and this other guy who eventually joined them. And I was just getting to that right there. Again, they keep flying around. They were like on this beach somewhere, and they were like getting their clothes on and keep going and planning to get back at the Moon Demon Company. And they left off at a cliffhanger, and it just ended. And I've been waiting for season 3 for years. and it never came out, dude. And I found out recently why the season 3 wasn't coming, because what they sold, the what they sold, and they didn't want to plan a season 3. And it's in the videos. It's called "Why Seraph the Internet Ain't Getting No Season 3." That's what it's called. Anyways, anyways, like and subscribe to the channel where I post anime life story videos, talking about anime, the stuff I watch, and travel videos, the places I go to. So subscribe. See you in the next video, which is coming 3 days from now. Goodbye.